I didn't take the wrong turn everyone talks about in those internet creepypastas. I took the right one. I was following the GPS to the new outlet mall, the one they built over the old limestone quarry. The sun was setting, that bruised purple color that makes the shadows look deeper than they are. And then there it was. The Grand View Pavilion. The parking lot was a sea of pristine, black asphalt. No oil stains, no stray shopping carts, just thousands of empty spaces and a single, flickering streetlight near the entrance. I should have turned around then, but you know that feeling. The one where you're tired and you just want a coffee? That's what killed me. The sliding glass doors didn't hum when they opened. They hissed. Inside, the air smelled like ozone and expensive, synthetic vanilla. It was a liminal masterpiece. Everything was too wide. The ceilings were high enough to have their own weather systems, and the floors were made of these tiny, shimmering blue tiles. If you stared at them too long, they seemed to ripple like water. "Hello?" I called out. My voice didn't echo. It just stopped. Like the walls were made of cotton candy instead of drywall. I started walking toward what looked like a food court. I passed a storefront called Linen and Echoes. The mannequins inside didn't have faces, just smooth, egg-shaped heads. But they were all turned toward the door. I checked my watch. 6:42 p.m. I walked for 10 minutes, then 20. The blue tile district didn't end. I'd pass a fountain with stagnant neon green water, then a shuttered radio shack that looked like it hadn't been touched since 1994, and then more blue tiles. I decided to turn back. I turned 180 degrees and started walking. 5 minutes later, I passed the same fountain, then the same radio shack. Only this time, the Radio Shack sign didn't say Radio Shack. It said, "Stay." I started to run. The sound of my sneakers on those blue tiles was the only thing in the world. Slap, slap, slap. I looked up at the skylights, hoping to see the moon, but there was nothing. Just a flat, matte gray ceiling that went on forever. There was no sky in Grandview. I reached a corridor labeled Service Exit. I lunged for the door, but it wasn't a door. It was a high-resolution sticker of a door placed on a flat wall. I clawed at it until my fingernails bled, but the wood grain was just ink. That's when the music started. Not the upbeat mall pop you'd expect. It was a slow, distorted version of a carousel song, played on a synthesizer that sounded like it was underwater. And beneath the music, there was a sound. Hiss, click, hiss. It was the sound of the sliding doors, thousands of them, opening and closing in sync, somewhere deep in the bowels of the mall. I hid in a photo hut kiosk. I'm writing this on a notepad I found under the counter. The blue tiles are starting to glow now, a soft, pulsating azure. And the mannequins from Linen and Echoes? I can see them through the kiosk window. They aren't in the store anymore. They're standing at the end of the hallway. They don't have feet. They just slide. And they're moving a lot faster than I can run. If you find this, don't look for the outlet mall. If your GPS tells you to turn toward the quarry, keep driving. Don't stop for coffee. Don't look at the blue tiles. Because once you're in the pavilion, the only thing left to do is wait for the lights to go out. And I think I just heard the circuit breaker flip.